Here we are getting ready for this showdown between these two fighters. Should be a good one. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, former world champion Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
It's time for our tale of the tape. And here is the juggernaut, Joyce. 6'6" tall, 210 pounds, and he loves to bang it out. And they'll be facing the boss. You want knockouts? Well, welcome to the right division. These are heavyweights.
An amazing.
And here is the juggernaut.
This bout is scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from London, England, and standing at 6 feet 6 inches, here is a British, Commonwealth, International, and European heavyweight champion, the juggernaut, Joyce. Fighting out of the blue corner, from the United States of America, wearing the cyan trunks trimmed with white, the boss.
What a pleasure to be in this unique environment. Every seat has been taken for tonight's match.
All right. We see the crowd, the people, the fans. We just cannot wait for this fight to get on.
What a great venue and what a great matchup. Cannot wait for this one. Joyce always swinging for the fences. Only catching air with that hook. Good counter punch. He threw a punch and just got countered. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. That jab doesn't score. And he scores with the counter. They exchange punches. These two have been going at it on social media, and now finally they're about to go at it in the ring.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And looking at that corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They have elevated, lifted, it's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Do you believe what we're seeing? Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter. And the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
Was that? What are you doing? Come on. You're switching off.
You got to do work. Just keep them on the other end of that jab.
What do we expect to see here in round two? Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well done with that counter shot. Keep an eye on this slugger. As you know, he's willing to take 3 to give 1. That's his game plan, and it's worked out pretty well for him so far.
Sluggers are an absolute nightmare. They will stay in your face, not give you a breather, not step back when you think, all right, let's have a breather. They want to get stuck right in.
Both men step back for just a moment. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
We wanted action, and they are delivering. That counter punch caught him clean. He caught it big time. Joyce is out of it. He comes firing right back.
What recovery skill.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
No free shot. Be smart.
Come on, do you want to win this fight?
There's the bell to start round 3. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. This fighter has been described as a swarmer, that fighter who attempts to overwhelm their opponent by applying constant pressure.
You've got to be fit to fight a fighter like this because they will stay in your face. They will throw punches at you. They don't even let you breathe. You've got to be fit. If you're not fit, the fight's over.
That hook doesn't score. These two are the perfect dance partners.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Swing and a miss with that hook. Not sure why he's not using his reach advantage.
Very smart, very sharp. This is the fit young man style that he's got to get inside that long reach. Not many fights can do that.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Come on, you're better than that. You've done all your work all the way through camp. That was a terrible...
Back at it in round 4. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You would not want to be hit by this guy, trust me. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. He blocks the right uppercut. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Well done with that counter shot. Those counter punches have to hurt. Swing and a miss with the jab. The straight right just misses. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Just start working a few body shots in there. Very up.
Okay, now you're letting back into the fight.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Beautiful counter shot. Nice job to block that uppercut. There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've been in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think...
Well, hold on a second, Johnny. The building is going bananas. Will they see a huge upset here? And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. Got out of the way of that right hook. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Stay focused.
Okay, focus. Big deep breath. Big deep breath.
Let's start the 6. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
Big hook thrown, but it doesn't connect. Just misses with that uppercut. Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
And he scores with the counter. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Punch caught him clean. You can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're gonna get knocked out. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Stamina is always an issue in a prize fight.
This is when you talk about championship material.
Tougher fight because he's going to be confident. I want you to go back out there, take his confidence,
Good work. That's it. Now breathe. Just get your breath back. Good work.
and start gathering your pace.
And there's the bell to start round 7. Let's see how much recovery they saw there in the last minute.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
One punch could end this fight for either of these two heavyweights.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. You can't score with that uppercut. Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. His stamina is off the charts. This fighter expending a lot of energy in this round. Incredible work rate. That counter shot lands. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. We'll see how much endurance these two fighters have.
You cannot gas out. If you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight, you have no excuse for...
Man, what are you doing?
And we enter the 8th round. How much do they have left in the tank after that last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
They exchange punches. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tail. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Good counter punching. Nice job by him to block that jab. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to who wants it more. but it might come down to who's in better shape.
There's a lot on the line here.
Set him up and we'll take him out. Look, he's ready to go.
Okay, now you're switching off. I need you to go back out there. I need to...
Go through. Don't let him coast through this round or he'll ride it out. Go out there and finish it.
Let's see how much fatigue we see here in round 9. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
What are they doing that round? Are they trying to get an earning out? That's a lot of energy burst. They did 6 rounds in one. They're going to be absolutely shattered.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Punch, counter punch. This is the heavyweight division. One punch could end this fight.
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That uppercut just missed. Holding nothing back here in the round. Nice counter punch right up the middle. That one will count. You can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're gonna get knocked out. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. These two fighters gassing out as this fight goes on.
You cannot gas out. If you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this fight, you have no excuse for gassing out.
What are you doing? You've switched off completely. Get your mind back on the...
There's 1-2 straight down the middle. You can't miss it. Now, good work. Stay focused.
Here. Come on, you're getting back into it.
There's the bell for round 10. Was 1 minute enough time for them to recover after what we saw last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Tried to score with the uppercut. Caution being thrown to the wind. Punch, counter punch. A lot of effort being exerted here. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Judges have spoken a unanimous decision victory.
Unanimous? You know what? Smart that is. A total change of styles to make sure they got it. At every round in the bag, there was no argument, no discussion, no mistake. It was so obvious.